doesn't know it. She doesn't have any perception.
She can't say anything wrong.
She can't see. All right, everybody. We're so glad you're here. We'll take a few centering breaths. Just allow the breath to smooth out. All right. And with your next exhale, bow the head. Open your eyes. Good. And then lift your head. And we'll bring our arms up. Interlace the fingers and turn the palms up. There she is. Lower your arms and twist to your right. That was good, Hannah. Bring the arms up through center and twist through the left, or to the left. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. We'll be together. All right, face the front and stretch your legs on out. Do, do, do. I know. Bring the soles of the feet together. I was looking on chewy.com and they have, oh, I forgot to mute everybody, by the way, so if it gets to be a problem, I'll mute us. But they have the little face cones that look like a little lion head or a sunflower. It's the cutest thing. All right. So let's cross the shins and make our way to downward facing dog. Just get right on to it. Down dog. Bent knees at first, right? And then you slowly straighten one knee, and then you slowly switch to the other side. And just kind of go back and forth. Good. Do a couple more times on each side. Good. And then straighten both knees. And kind of just let the hips sway to one side. And most of the weight just kind of shifts and sways to one side. And then go the other way. Do that one more time each way. Good, and come to neutral. And now we'll walk the feet forward. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Relax your head and neck. And then we can come all the way up to standing. Nice, and hands to your heart. Feel the connection of your feet to the mat. Firm the quadriceps against the thigh bones. Engage your abs. Open your heart, spread your collarbones, and drop the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Nice tall Tadasana. Now sweep the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, come forward. Hands on the shins or blocks as you come to half forward fold. And then release forward fold. Come all the way up, inhale. And hands to your heart, exhale. Arms up, inhale. And fold, exhale. Come into half forward fold. Good, and then forward fold. Come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, bring the great toe mounds together. And sink the hips back as you bend your knees a lot for Utkatasana, fierce pose. right? We all know what to do with the arms. Do what feels best on your lower back. Shift the weight back into the heels briefly and sink the hips a little more. Then spread the weight evenly between the heels and the balls of the feet. Squeeze your thighs together. Place the hands on the floor. Step the left foot back. Ooh, and then maybe shift. You might have to scoot the right foot forward a little bit so we can get the knee over the ankle, lunge pose. That was a fun way to get into lunge. Nice. Place the right hand on the right thigh and just do a little twist. Don't get crazy. Just a little bit. And unwind from your twist. Step back to downward facing dog. Come forward to plank pose. Take a moment here to kind of evenly distribute the weight between the hands and press back into the heels. Take the knees down, lower your body to the floor. Roll the shoulders away from the floor and shoulder blades towards your hips. Slowly start to lift your upper body away from the floor. Tilt the chin slightly towards the chest. Press the hands into the floor and lift your torso up a little more. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Elbows are in, pretty close to the body. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. And lower down. Curl the toes under, make your way back to downward dog. And step the feet forward, Uttanasana. Forward fold. Come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Nice. Toe mounds together, the big toe mounds. Yep. Sink the hips, Utkatasana. Fierce pose. Again, shift the weight back into the heels a little bit and see if you can sink your hips a little bit lower. Squeeze the thighs together, then kind of evenly spread the weight out between the balls and the heels of the feet. Place the hands down, step the right foot back. Adjust the feet so that you can feel stable in your lunge. Left hand to the left thigh, and we do a little twist. Right hand stays on the floor. Nice, face the floor. Step the left foot back, down dog. Come into plank pose and lower your body down all the way to the floor. Cobra pose, so press the hands down, right, and lift your chest. And as the hands press down, they also drag back towards your heels. That helps pull the spine forward. Lower down, curl your toes under, make your way back to downward dog. Step both feet forward, Uttanasana. Bless you, Hannah. Bless you. Come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Captain Tom's is busy. Bring the big toe mounds together. Sink your hips back for Utkatasana. There we go. Woo! Sink a little little lower, squeeze the thighs together, twist to the right. So palms come together and twist to your right. And then from here, if you need to put the hands on the floor, that's fine. Otherwise, step your left foot back into a lunge. Yeah. So we're in a twisted lunge. Breathe. Unwind from the twist and come into high lunge. Oh, it's a little different way to practice. Ooh, my quads are on fire. Take your hands down and step back to down dog. Did you feel it?
I'm feeling those miles from yesterday.
Come to plank pose. Good. And this is a fun little ab challenge I like to do sometimes. It challenges the arms and the abs. So what you do is while maintaining plank, right, hugging your belly in close to the body, you lower the right forearm to the floor, elbow under shoulder, left forearm to the floor. Good, then you put the right hand where the right elbow is, left hand where left elbow is, and straighten the arms. Yay! Then we'll do that on the left side. Left forearm down, right forearm down, left hand to the mat, right hand to the mat. Yay! Now lower down. I just like to mix things up, you know, keep us from getting stagnant. Now for a different back bend, we'll slide the forearms forward and come into Sphinx pose. Forearms pressed down, shoulders open. Nice. Inhale. As you exhale, slide the hands back under the shoulders and make your way back to downward dog. Walk or hop the feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Come all the way up, inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale, Utkatasana. Bend the knees. Bend the knees deep, and then palms come together, and we twist to the left, like so. Keep the twist, right, with the right elbow wedged on the outside of the left thigh, or put your hands on the floor, right, and then you're going to step the right foot back. So you step back into a twisted lunge. Push the left hand into the right hand and roll the left chest open. Unwind from the twist and come into high lunge. Woo! Oh, this is fun. Arms down, hands to the floor, step back to down dog. Now from down dog, put the knees on the floor briefly and put your elbows down on the floor. Yep, interlace the fingers so your forearms make somewhat of a tripod shape. It's the prep for a headstand. Push the forearms into the floor and lift your hips up and back into dolphin. So the upper arms move back as if they were in downward dog. It's just a different way to open the shoulders. And now place the knees down so that we can put the hands back on the floor and down dog. Come to plank. And then forearm, left forearm to the floor. Right forearm to the floor. Here we are, forearm plank. Let's stay for 3 full breaths, just for fun. Just to check in with our breath, the cadence, the smoothness, you know, all that good stuff. Was that 3 breaths? Mm-hmm. Okay, left hand on the floor, straighten the elbow, right hand on the floor. Then we'll take the right forearm down, left forearm down, and 3 full breaths. I mean, why not, right? Well, I mean, I can think of why not, but anyway. All right, right hand to the floor where the elbow is, and then left hand. I hope your abs are feeling this. Take the knees down, lower your body to the floor. And now we'll do locust pose. So for locust, your arms go beside the body, palms can face your legs, and we'll lift the upper body and lower body. Nice. Breathe. It's hard to breathe deeply when the belly's on the floor and we're doing a back bend, but breathe smoothly. Best you can. Hands to the floor, down dog. And now let's step the feet forward, Uttanasana. Forward fold. I can hear the cry of the legs. They are calling out for work. So I will happily show up and answer the call. Take the arms up. Come into forward fold.
Very sweet of you.
Huh?
Very sweet of you.
It is sweet of me, right? It's intuitiveness. That's my superpower. So sink the hips, squeeze the thighs together, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Palms together, twist to the right. Shift the weight back into the heels just a little bit and drop your booty. Come to center and twist to your left. Twist to your right. Stay in the twist, step your left foot back. Sink that right hip, move the right buttock bone in towards the midline, press the left thigh up, press the left heel back, unwind, come into high lunge. Lower the back knee close to the floor, start dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, dropping it, and then straighten the knee, then open to the side for warrior 2. Woo-wee. I think this has to come off. I'm just too hot. All right, and then straighten the front knee. Come into triangle pose. So that's the break for the legs. Let them stretch out a little bit. And then side angle. Bend the right knee, right forearm to thigh, or right hand on a block. Left arm over the ear. Breathe. Come back to warrior 2. Straighten the knee, triangle pose. Bend the front knee, side angle pose. Back to warrior 2. Place the hands on the front thigh, pick the back heel up, high lunge. Whoa, that takes a little bit of transition. Twist your lunge to the right. Has your right leg had enough?
I think so.
All right, hands to the floor. Step back to down dog.
Oh, man.
And feel the two sides. Feel the right leg and the left leg. From here, we'll move into upward facing dog, unless one of the other back bends is more appropriate for your body. Take it back to downward facing dog. And then step the feet forward, Uttanasana. And feel the two sides. Thank you. Arms come all the way up. And we'll do that on the left. Let's come into Utkatasana, fierce pose. Twist to the left. Sink your booty. Come to center. Twist to the right. Come to center. Sink your booty. Twist to the left. Stay in the twist and step your right foot back. Ooh. Drop your left hip and move it in towards the midline. Press the right thigh bone up and the right heel back. Come into high lunge. Lower the back knee close to the floor. Straighten the knee. Warrior two. Your legs are giving out. Oh. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Straighten the left knee. Come into triangle pose. Feel how delicious it is. It's like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Side angle, so bend the left knee. Right arm over the ear. Back to warrior two. Woo! Good times. Straighten the left knee. Triangle. Steady breath. Bend the front knee. Side angle. Right arm over the ear. Palm faces the floor. Back to warrior two. Transition to high lunge safely. So you kind of have to pivot and turn back onto the ball of your right foot. High lunge. Woo! Hands come down. Downward dog. We didn't twist it twice, did we?
No.
No. Okay. And then the back bend of your choice, right? So move through either plank and lower down and do one of those back bends from earlier, or come into upward dog. Downward dog. Forward fold. Woohoo! From here, bend the knees a lot. You can lift the heels, and we'll place our bottom on the floor. Yeah. Woohoo! Good job. Wipe the sweat from my brow briefly here. All right. So now let's bring the soles of the feet together for bound angle. And remember, you can always take the hands behind you if that makes bound angle more accessible, right? If sitting upright with the spine causes an effect where it brings the knees up towards the ears, then lean back with your spine and put the weight on your hands behind you. Nice. And then cross the shins. And let's give our necks and shoulders a little stretch here. It's been a while since I've done that one in this class, I think. So we'll take the right arm out at a 45-degree angle, kind of reaching down through the fingertips, and tilt the left ear towards the left shoulder. And breathe. Maybe curl the fingertips around the side, right side of your head and add a little extra pressure, but nothing too crazy. Then turn your head, keeping the chin down so that you're looking behind the left shoulder or coming close to that. Then the fingertips can move so that they're kind of underneath that occipital ridge. That's that bony ridge at the base of your skull. And keep reaching out into those right fingertips. Good, let the chin drop towards your chest. And lift your head up. Oh, that feels so good. And now we'll reach out through the left fingertips and tilt the right ear towards the right shoulder. Maybe adding the right fingertips around the left side of the head, giving a little bit of extra. We just always want to remember that there are some pretty thick muscles running through the neck, and they get pretty tight, and the bones in the neck are very delicate. There are also a lot of really important nerves running from the brainstem down through the neck. So we just want to just be super cautious. You know, you don't want to yank on the neck. All right, and then turn the chin. If anyone out there has ever just slept wrong, right, where you had your arm overhead or something or in a weird position, you wake up the next day and it's like, oh my God, what did I do? Right, it's just a really delicate region, so we want to not add too much pressure with the assistant hand, if you will. Keep reaching out through those left fingertips. Oh, it feels so good. All right, and then take the chin, let it follow along the chest. When it gets to the center, you can lift your chin up. Give the shoulders a few little shrugs, just kind of bringing them up by the ears and dropping them down. Nice, good. And now we'll lie on our backs and do a little figure four stretch. So lying on your back, I'll turn this way, there we go. So a little figure four stretch, the right ankle crosses over the left knee, and you just reach behind the left thigh and draw the thigh bone towards you. Flex the right toes towards the shin. That just helps keep the knee stable. Wait. Good, and then maybe just give your left ankle some circles. Nice, and then let's switch sides. Cross the left ankle over the right knee and pull the right thigh a little closer to you. Woo! Lordy. Flex the left toes towards the shin. And then maybe do some circles with your right ankle. You were opposite.
I was. I just realized it.
Yeah, good. Now let all that go and hug both knees to the chest. And do little rocks on the sacrum. So little sacral rocks, you can kind of, so what I like to do is just maybe hold more near the knees. That way my whole back side of the pelvis can get closer to the floor and I can rock around on the sacrum. And then from here, You can go straight into Shavasana, or if you would like to do a bridge pose for a couple of breaths first, then do that, and then do Shavasana. Just feel the body and maybe notice how sometimes it might be harder to transition from a lot of movement to stillness. So be patient with the body as it does that. Or you may observe that it's really easy to just drop right into the stillness of Shavasana. There's no way, right or wrong way, right? It just is what is. And each practice is a little different. Now go ahead and start taking some deeper breaths. Bend the knees one at a time, placing your feet on the floor. Just create little rocking motions. Knees side to side. Then roll over to one side. Place your hands into the floor and come up to a seated position. I don't think Hannah's moved the whole time.
She's been snoring in my face most of the time.
Oh, we can bring the hands together in front of the heart. Namaste.